Find out more about our forecast for this Labor Day and for the later days in the week.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good looking forecast for today. And today is actually the start of meteorological fall. So I'm going to start talking about winter. What are you doing? Well, what's actually trending online is our winter forecast, because what happens is the Climate Prediction Center releases their extended 90-day forecast, but then specifically we'll have ones for seasons. So since the winter one came out, everyone has been really buzzing online what their winter is going to be like. So we're going to take the internet to you right here on WCNC+. Let's start with La Nina. So La Nina, El Nino, La Nada, this is all part of what's called the ENSO cycle. So that's the El Nino Southern Oscillation. Simply put, whatever the water temperatures are around the equator west of South America actually dictates what our seasons can look like here in North America. And that's hurricane season, winter, summer. It's just all dependent. Since we're heading into more of a La Nina pattern, this means that we have cooler water right here around the equator. And the cooler you are below the normal, the more effects and the stronger the La Nina is going to be. So what that means for the United States, well, there's multiple jet streams. There's the tropical jet, Pacific jet, and the polar jet stream. What's going to happen with that is that actually provides a lot more wetter air up in the Pacific Northwest, and it sinks some cooler air for the northern plains. Meanwhile, it also drives in some more moisture for a really wet zone around Ohio, Kentucky, and parts of the Midwest. Meanwhile, that leaves us here warm and dry. Well, mostly warm and dry. Right now, we're barely even into La Nina. It is a negative value, but it's not until we have a difference by over 0.5 degrees Celsius for a difference of the below normal water temperatures where I was showing you in the equator for it's officially La Nina. But there's a 50-50 shot this summer or this winter, can't get past that we are going to be hitting that threshold. So what does it look like? The 2025-2026 winter outlook is showing a slightly above normal winter. That's great news, because what do we average during winter? Well, for meteorological winter, we average around 58 degrees for the start of December, which, by the way, our record keeping is December, January, and February. We level out in the dead of winter during the early to middle part of January in the lower 50s, before we're back to 60 degrees by the end of the season. Breaking that down a little bit more detail, averaging about 55 degrees for our highs in December, lower 50s at 52 around January, and February in the mid 50s. Now, of course, the other part of the equation is precipitation. There'll be a lot more precipitation right here, but we have an equal shot, or at least a 30% chance at below normal precipitation. And boy, has that been the trend. We haven't seen a lot of snow in recent years, but La Nina snowfalls aren't really too extreme. The biggest one that we have seen over the last 25 years was over 6 inches of snow for a given season from 2010 to 2011. But that was a strong La Nina, so likely it's not really going to help our snow impacts whatsoever. So that is your winter outlook. As far as your fall outlook, things are looking really good. Today, though, for your Labor Day, ending with this, the one thing that I had is today is the coolest and also the driest air of the week. Enjoy a sensational, comfortable Labor Day.